it's Mad Wine Chemist. I'm here at Farmboy Brew Shop in Houston, Texas. We're gonna get a tour from the owner, and then we're gonna go buy some stuff to make at the house later. See y'all in a bit.
Hey everybody, I'm Landon at Farmboy Brew Shop. We opened in 2014 and I'm the owner. So welcome to my store. Come on in. So we sell a little bit of everything here, mostly beer brewing and equipment and things like that, but we also have tons of stuff for the winemakers at home, whether you're doing the kits or whether you're making from fresh fruit with seasonal, whatever you feel like you want. We do have different types of flavorings. We have cider kits. We'll have fresh fruit purees as well. And then we have WineXpert kits that we have regularly. And you can always tell us which one you want if we don't carry the one that is right for you, and we can get it on our next order. But WineXpert has 3 different levels. They have like the lower level that's like a 4-week kit. They have the mid-level kit that's 6 weeks, and then they have the upper kits that are going to be 6 to 8 weeks. We actually have another tier above this that we're out of in some of the red wines that have like skins actually, so you can age it on the skin as well. These are really easy to put together. They take 20 or 30 minutes to actually get into a fermenter. And then after that, it really is, a couple weeks of fermentation and then a couple of weeks of aging, maybe a couple of weeks more if you have a larger kit. The smaller kits, the 4-week kits, are more concentrate, while the larger kits are very little water added. So it goes through less processing to get a better quality wine out of it at the end of the day. And they're also more specific to regions. So like these down here is just like California Pinot Noir, Australian Chardonnay, but then when you get to the upper level, the private reserve kits, this is actually a Marlborough New Zealand Sauvignon Blanc, so that's where the actual fruit comes from for it. So it's pretty neat. You can make some very region-specific wines for yourself at home. We have the Island Mist kits as well. These are fruit wines, essentially. They're made to be sweet. They're great, just bottling like you would a regular bottle. But what we do at the shop is we actually stick it in a keg and carbonate it, and they are super dangerous. We have the blood orange on tap right now. So there you go, sparkling wine on tap.
I have to taste this. Yep. Definitely gonna try and make this for the channel, and y'all are gonna love it.
But yeah, so we have like the wine equipment kits and stuff like that. We have all the stuff that you'll need to actually do the fermentation. And we have all kinds of kegging stuff and equipment and things like that, but we've got pretty much everything you need, and if we don't, we'll get it for you.
So, and they also offer bottles too, and they have different styles of bottles. So like whatever you want, and we'll get into this later, whatever you want to finish your bottles in, they offer that. And they offer corks, and then they also have the nice caps for your bottles if you want to get fancy with it at home and impress friends. And then they have the wax for my wax lovers, and we're gonna get into all of this, y'all.
There's tons of stuff you can get into, so we have a good time with it. It's super easy if you want it to be, and it can also be very technical if you want it to be. So the range of things that people can do is quite amazing. A lot of people will do multiples of these kits and then blend them together. So you can actually do like a Cabernet, Cab Franc blend if you wanted to, if they don't have that specific, kit available. So yeah, tons of things you can do. You can split off gallons here and there, treat them with different types of oak, anything you want to do.
We're gonna make these at the house and see how they compare to each other. Are all the chemicals I need going to be in there?
Yes, everything you need is in there. Pretty much the only thing that you'll need is the actual equipment, the fermenter to put it in, a spoon to stir with, but it has everything else in there. It's got, your potassium sorbate, your metabisulfites, and all the other stuff that you'll need to make the wine.
So I know I'm going to need a stir stick, and I'm gonna need a couple of the buckets.
Okay, yeah, we can grab that for you. No big deal. I like the paddle as far as the stir stick is concerned. Just just helps mix things really well. We do have, like stainless steel spoons and things like that as well. So if that's something that's more your speed, really just so you can get to the bottom of the bucket and get it all stirred up.
Yes, and then I also have this at
the mix stirs are really good. Yeah, so this actually attaches to a drill.
Yeah, and I have a drill.
On the back right there.
I like degassing my wine with it.
Yeah, you can degas it, and then you can also aerate your wine at the beginning, which I like to do. It helps the yeast out, right?
Okay, all right. So I definitely want to get that. Cool. And then I'm gonna get a regular paddle here.
All right.
I'm shopping today, y'all. This is my Toys R Us. I definitely need a new hydrometer for the house. So the hydrometer, if you want to explain that to
definitely.
The customers.
So these are triple scale hydrometers. They're glass, so you have to be careful with them. But essentially, this is going to measure the amount of sugar that's in the must before you start fermenting. And then from those numbers, you can basically predict what the overall alcohol content of the wine will be. And you'll take a measurement at the end and make sure that your prediction was correct. And it also helps to tell you how well the fermentation's going. Making sure that it's going through the process appropriately, at the right speed, different things like that. But this is an absolute must-have. Star San's really good. It is a foaming sanitizer. 1 ounce of this makes 5 gallons of solution, so it goes a long way. In addition to Star San, we do have the iodophore, which is an iodine base. A lot of people have moved to Star San over the years because the iodine can stain buckets brown and things like that. And it does carry a little bit of a flavor with it, which usually isn't a big deal in very small doses, but if for some reason some gets sucked back in there, then you can have some issues. But it's a great product otherwise. It's good to kind of bounce back and forth between the two if you're having trouble more on the beer side with different organisms getting into the batch and spoiling things. But yeah, Star San will do it all. Yeah, so this is powdered brewery wash. It's essentially, it will take off hard water spots, scale, anything like that off of stainless. It is a caustic, but it is safe, to use. I've been elbow deep in it for years and no issues there. But it's a very good cleaner. It also helps to get that black crud off of your pans at home if you cook a lot. It's a very versatile thing. Some people use it to clean out their coffee makers too. So great stuff. Great stuff. But yeah, we'll grab you one of those. So this is a reusable brew bag. And this is the largest size that we carry. But essentially, all your fruit can go inside there, and then you don't have as much particulate actually in the must later on. So this is a 10-inch by 23-inch bag. So a lot smaller than that one. That's made for big buckets and things like that. But it's going to be that size.
Yep.
Loaded from the top.
That'll be perfect.
Cool.
Yeah, y'all are shopping with me today. I love Farmboys. I've been shopping with them since I started making wine. They had a place out in Katy, Texas that was closer to my house. And I was always there. And I was so excited to come in and bring bottles of wine and exchange. And they have great programs here. They do classes, beer making classes. They're going to soon have winemaking classes.
You should convince her that she needs to do the class here, because that would be fantastic.
Yes, they're going to have winemaking classes soon. But they offer a lot for everyone. So whatever you need, definitely come out. Check out Farmboys. If you're for your brewing, wine. They even have cheese kits, I believe.
Yeah, the pandemic has pretty much shut those down for the moment. We're working on a new supplier to get more cheese and kombucha and different cultures like that. But we do have also things like kefir, which is a fermented milk drink. We'll have gluten-free sourdough cultures and stuff like that. Yogurt cultures if you want to make your own yogurt at home. And then we do have, I think we have liquid scobies right now for, hey, do we have liquid scobies right now?
Yes.
Yeah.
They're over here.
Oh yeah, there they are.
Fresh.
Yeah.
Brands making
so if you want to make kombucha at home, this is your little culture disc, I guess is what you call it. But that'll help you do your fermented beverages at the house.
Oh, and I want to get some yeast. I need champagne yeast.
Champagne yeast. It's coming right up. we'll have all the Red Star lines, we have all the Lalvin lines, and then we have the Lallemand lines for brewing, Fermentis lines, and we do have the still spirits brands for the distillers out there. That's something else that we supply. But yeah, so this is Red Star Champagne yeast. It used to be called Champagne yeast, but now they call it Premier Blanc. Yeah, the French don't like us using their names for things, so. Yeah.
No, we can't use their names at all.
We also used to have a Montrachet, but now it's Premier Classique or whatever. Yeah, Classique. So, yeah, we've got a little bit of everything. Oh, yeah. So we've got all the stuff that you need for kegerators and things like that. You know, regulators. We've got CO2 tanks. Working on kegs right now, but we have all the parts and pieces to put those together. If we got Mufasa blocking the way here, but if he wants to step to the side for just half a second, you can see what you know, a homebrew setup kind of looks like.
So this is what you can do to your refrigerator for my hardcore home brewers that love to have something on tap.
Yep, definitely. And then back here we've got our grain room. So this is where the bulk of the beer brewing really happens. We've got, I think it's roughly 76 or 78 different types of grain. Most of these are barley, but we do carry rye, oats, corn, and things like that for different styles of beer. You know, barley wine is a beer, but you know, they consider it kind of a wine. I don't know. But yeah, so we've got different levels of crystal malts, all these colors. These are different colors. They give different flavors, different aromas, different characteristics to the individual beers. These large bins, we're going to have basically your base malt. So this is where the bulk of the sugars are going to come from that will convert into alcohol later on. So the way the beer process works, I know we're a lot of winemakers, but essentially we take the starch from these grains and we bring it to the right temperature at the right pH with the right enzymes, and they will break down into sugars, simple sugars, and that's where the process is the most different between winemaking and beer brewing. Beer brewing is also a different type of sugar. It's usually maltose. Wines are high in fructose, a couple other things, and then honeys can be high in fructose with some other types of sucrose and other things, just depending on where the honey is from if you're making mead, which everybody likes. So yeah, this is it. This is the mill here. So this is where we grind the grains. So we'll put them all together, we throw them in here, runs through the rollers, and busts it up so that we can access the starch packet on the inside. But yeah, and it smells great in here too.
It's delicious in here. One of these days, I'm gonna turn one of these packets. They have pre-made beer making packets, and I'm gonna get it one day. Y'all let me know if y'all want me to do beer brewing on Mad Wine Chemist. Let me know. All right, y'all. I think I bought tons and tons for us to make wine at home. Mad Wine Chemist is gonna do some versus videos, some how-to videos for y'all. I want to thank Farmboys one more time for taking care of me today to make sure that we can get Mad Wine Chemist's videos off to a great start. We're gonna get this haul back to my car and hope everything fits. All right, guys. See y'all soon.